All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
There we go. Let's go.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
What up, nigga? You ain't hear me talking, nigga? I know.
That first down completion only netted him 3.
I'm playing
2nd
Madden. I'm
and
going to get
7.
on in a little bit.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Shit.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Shit, that's the only one I like. I don't like all the other ones jumping around and shit. But that World War II, like that shit, you know, simple, regular guns, ain't no extra shit like that.
Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one
Yeah,
thing's
the
for
other
sure.
ones they be doing on
When you're
that
the
fucking
underdogs and you're playing
futuristic
on
shit.
the
I don't
road,
fuck with
you
that shit.
absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but
Yeah,
you get
just a
the
little money
feeling
from
they
this
keep
challenge.
making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah,
I don't
once
know
you
what the
get
fuck that
one,
nigga. That nigga that's the first person. I don't know what the fuck he
they
was.
come in bunches.
Now a clash
That
of
nigga got that
bodies
shit
here,
in like
it's
10 seconds.
intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's There's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Ready?
On second down, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready? Back 25. Ready, go.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On second down, here's Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Caught on the right side by Jones. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? 2nd quarter, can you do it all game long? 3rd quarter, can you do it all game long? 4th quarter, can you do it all game long? 5th quarter, can you do it all game long? 6th quarter, can you do it all game long? 7th quarter, can you do it all game long? 8th quarter, can you do it all game long? 9th quarter, can you do it all game long? 10th quarter, can you do it all game long? 11th quarter, can you do it all game long? 12th quarter, can you do it all game long? 13th quarter, can you do it all game long? 14th quarter, can you do it all game long? 15th quarter, can you do it all game long? 16th quarter, can you do it all game long? 17th quarter, can you do it all game long? 18th quarter, can you do it all game long? 19th quarter, can you do it all game long? 20th quarter, can you do it all game long? 21st quarter, can you do it all game long? 22nd quarter, can you do it all game long? 23rd quarter, can you do it all game long? 24th quarter, can you do it all game long? 25th quarter, can you do it They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ryan now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And Winston lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Hey, let's convert. Let's convert.
The give is to Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, Winston. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue lady. White. Let's go.
A give to Elliott. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Let's go. Let's convert. Hey, stop. Sonic.
From the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Winston airing this one out for Evans. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 41 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Second down, Winston. Now he's flushed out left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And now with the play clock winding down, Adam Gase says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.